Next up, at UFC Vegas 96, we have the first of two Ultimate Fighter finale fights. The Ultimate Fighter has been airing for the last, 9-10 weeks. I don't know how long it is. I think that was episode 11, so episode 12 will be this week. There are two weight classes. Middleweight is one of those weight classes, and this is the middleweight finale. They just added this fight. Tomorrow, when the other finale airs, we'll find out who those two winners are, and they will add that fight. So we're going to go ahead and break this down. But before I do, full disclosure, I don't watch The Ultimate Fighter. I find it boring as hell, and I just don't watch it. I used to watch it. I saw like the first 8 or 9 seasons, every single episode, didn't miss one. And then the wrestlers showed up, and it started to get a little boring, and there's no commentators, and you just hear foot squeaks and type noises, and nothing happens. They removed alcohol for a few seasons because it got a little too wild.
Ah, fuck!
I think they brought it back because one of the plot lines this season was one dude just drinks too much. But either way, I don't watch The Ultimate Fighter, but I did go back and watch all of their fights. So the reason I'm telling you that is I'm going to break down this fight. I'm going to give you my pick. But if there's a plot line that I missed that is somehow important to this pick, you're going to have to let me know because I didn't watch the show. We got Ryan Loder taking on Robert Valentin. Ryan Loder 6-1 in his career. And we're talking real fights, not exhibition fights on The Ultimate Fighter. He is 4-1 in his last 5. This is obviously his UFC debut after a pretty uneventful run on The Ultimate Fighter. He's taking Robert Valentin. 10-3 in his career, 4-0-1 in his last 5. He's coming off an incredible finish on The Ultimate Fighter. That's not a real fight, that's an exhibition. But he's coming off that incredible finish on The Ultimate Fighter that punched his ticket to the tough finale. Ryan Loder's a wrestler. He's just a boring wrestler. I'm going to say cautious to be nice. He's a cautious wrestler. He'll walk forward, gauging distance. He'll get you to back up. As soon as you throw, boom, he'll shoot. Or he'll work you to the cage and try to go from there. He doesn't throw a ton of strikes. There's not a lot of offensive volume. What he will do, though, is plot forward, wait for you to commit to something, and then shoot that takedown. Once he gets a takedown, that's it. You're down, and you're probably not getting back up because he's got very good control. He can hang out on top. He's not going to look to finish you, but you're probably not going to go anywhere. He's going to rack up that control time. He's taking on Robert Valentin. This guy is a creative striker. He's got finishing ability everywhere. He plots forward with low hands, plenty of spinning techniques along the way, powerful hands, a willingness to exchange. He's also pretty hittable. He doesn't go to his takedowns often, but he does have them in his back pocket. And if you watched his fight to get him to the finale on The Ultimate Fighter, the takedown saved him. The dude was cracked. He was wobbled. And then he threw a headlock and he turned it into a key lock that he worked with his legs. It was wildly impressive. The dude is tough. He has offense, both grappling and on his feet. The problem is he spins a little too much. He'll spin 3-4 times in a 3-minute exchange. And the first time there's a hint of spinning, boring ass Ryan Loder is shooting a takedown, getting him to the ground. He's not getting back up. All of the finish side is on the Valentin side. If anybody's going to finish, it's Valentin, period. But Ryan Loder's going to be the pick because of the wrestling. Jakey boy, what do you think?
Yeah, this is seems pretty straightforward to me. It's whether Loder can get the takedowns and stay on top and maybe find a finish, or is he not? And I think he's going to be able to. I think the level of competition that Robert Valentin has been against has made him look better than he actually is. Now, if he comes in and takes this guy head off, I'm not going to be crazy surprised, right? But I got to go with the guy that I know what he can do, and I know that Ryan Loder can wrestle. I think he's going to be able to get the takedowns, and as long as he doesn't gas, asterisk, I think he's going to be okay. So I'm on the Ryan Loder side here, and
and what? And
oh, I forgot, I guess.
Fucking idiot. We don't have any DraftKings pricing for this just yet, but we will get it later in the week. Ryan Loder may have a ton of upside, and he is squarely the underdog. You can see it opened at even money. He is full-blown the underdog now. So if we get him at underdog money, which we should for DraftKings Fantasy, I would recommend putting him in your lineup because, frankly, wrestling scores really well in DraftKings Fantasy. Control time racks up, and I think he can do well. And if we get him at sub $8,000, which we won't, that would be some insane value if you do want to check out the picks, the bets, the tools. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. One of the tools we have is a tape index. If you want to go back and watch The Ultimate Fighter, just the fights, go to the website, open the data analyzer, pull up the fighter you want, and then there's their fights. Click the button. You could watch their fight. That's how I did it. I didn't go searching ESPN Plus. That's actually a pain in the ass. For a massive company, that ESPN Plus is impossible to use. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Couple of super chats. 10 Canadian from Julian Ropo Valentin. I would like to request Jacob's next breakdown be done with the hood down. Thank you. Oh, it's the hideous face. I'm with you. And then Julian also, Angelo, take a sip of water. You're losing your voice. No shit, Julian.
He's got AIDS. Give him a fucking break, man. That's mean.
Sipping ain't going to do it, pal, unfortunately. But thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you.